What's poppin'? RaJuR coming at y'all this morning. RaJuR real deep cool. www.rajur.net. www.rajur.net. Check out my website for more content, more special situations, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. I'd like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys and to be able to be around you, talk to you, see you, taste you, smell you. I don't know. Whatever it is that we need to be doing, I'm thankful for, and I'm very appreciative to be able to do so to the Heavenly. I was thinking this morning, you know, sometimes I'll do a little prayer like I should, or sometimes I don't, you know, I pray throughout the day. And all right, my brother, and what I came up with myself is, you know, a lot of times we're here, you know, to be a part of other people's lives, just when you kind of need them to be there, and vice versa. You might need somebody to be in your life. It could be an instance, it could be for something long term, you never know. And I said to myself, you know what? Sometimes we get to thinking that we're here because we, in our thinking, we need to be here. Whether it's for children, for family members, for kids, we think that we're here because we need to be here. But it's not because we think we need to be here. We're here because the Heavenly needs us here. And a lot of people don't think that way. They just think, oh, it's all about me. You know, it's the selfishness, it's the pride thing. It's all about me. If it wasn't for me, it wasn't for me. But the reality of it is that it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with your Creator, the Heavenly, to put you in a position to be in other positions, to be talking to people, seeing people for an instant, maybe for a moment. You know, you just never know. So don't ever think because you're selfish, probably, like most people. You're here because you think you need to be here. You're here because the Heavenly needs you here. When he don't need you here no more, or you're not worth anything anymore, I don't know what it is. And maybe you won't be here anymore. You never know. Anyway, let's get right to it. I'm sorry, let's get to it. Not right to it, because obviously we would have been here already. But I always like a good little nugget of wisdom that I think is wisdom anyway, for myself, is Kilian's Love Edition. And as you guys know, you probably saw last week, I was out, King of Pressure with Twinkle Toes, and we was out there, you know, checking out some sauces at Perfumology. Then we went to Sephora, because I just read on my phone while I was in Perfumology that Sephora had the Love collection. I'm gonna call it the Love collection of these 5 juices, but the package only comes with 4. I would like to smell that last one that's not part of the package. And you guys know that I purchased that 4-pack package. They all have this theme to it. It's something different. It's definitely something different. It's almost like she came away with some Paris to London, not Paris to London, from a Lab on Fire kind of thing. Because the Lab on Fire has this fragrance, and y'all guys know I have this fragrance as well, called Messy, Sexy, Just Rolled Out of Bed. So, you know, she, the company, I'm not sure Estee Lauder even alive anymore, but whatever it is, the company decided to come out with something different, and they used Kilian to come out with that different kind of situation. So, and that's where we get this Love collection. And we know Kilian had a fragrance called Love. I own that as well. And, you know, it was very good. Very, I'm talking about citrusy, floral, and very sweet. And this whole collection is kind of like on that deal. It's almost like a sweet thing. Everything is on a sweetness, you know? And I smelled all 4 of them, and I came to a conclusion that the only one I'm interested in, only one I'm definitely interested in, is in the one called, let's go out back from the cell that's like adult. It's the best one of the line. Now, some people like the Coca-Cola smelling one, you know what I mean? And that's one called Bad Boys, Jacked Up, or something like that. But Good Boys, or something like that. Good Boys are boring and Bad Boys are more exciting. Whatever it is. What's going on, Fragrance James? FJ in the house. So, yeah, there's a couple. The Bad Boys. And I think the thing would actually be called Bad Boys, what that would be called, or something like that. Anyway, that's supposed to smell like Coca-Cola. Then you have one called Princess, and that is really, really sweet. Then you have another one, I forgot the name of the other one, which has that, it's peony or something in there, or Lily of the Valley. That's sweet, but it has that Lily of the Valley. So after smelling all four of these bad boys, spraying them, checking them out, juicing them out, really digging them, I definitely went. What's going on, Kev? I definitely went with I'm sorry, adults. Now, it was said by folk, I don't know, that pretty much this line, because of the pricing and because of the way it's marketed, especially being a Sephora, this is aimed towards a younger crowd. Let's just say, I don't know, when you start wearing fragrances, when you're 13, when you're 15, when you're 18, when do you start wearing fragrances? Now, you're ready to blow a horn. You start wearing fragrances, I don't know. Now, my man Christian said he was wearing a Venice when he was a teenager. That's why he's bored, and now he's doing oils. You know what I mean? Not oils, he's doing ouds. But, so I got my first fragrance, and I'll tell the story for that as well. I got my first fragrance from my uncle. I mean, my dad always wore fragrances, but I got my actual first fragrance. My uncle gave it to me, and it was called Aramis. And that's how I got into the fragrance game. So I think everything is normally a marketing ploy, especially when it comes to Estee Lauder, only because, Estee Lauder has taken over a lot of lines. She's definitely, or the company is definitely famous for taking over Tom Ford, you know what I mean, and doing anything. So that was their biggest acquisition, I would think, monetarily and establishment-wise, was Tom Ford. So, in taking it over, do you mean that, Raj, do you mean that they took it over and now they're making all the juices and they're making the decisions as to who formulate the juices? What do you mean take it over? I have no idea. All I know is Estee Lauder is now in charge of that particular situation. And not only that, Estee Lauder has bought a couple of other houses. So it's not just Tom Ford, as you know now, Kilian. There's a few more I don't know right off the top of my head. But at this particular point, Estee Lauder has bought a couple of houses, or they own, or they run a couple of houses, whatever it is. It's like a record label. You have independents, and then a record label come by and say, yo, we're going to put you on our label, whether it's Atlantic or Columbia or Universal or Sony. I'm an independent myself as the artist. So if somebody like what I do, I'm selling enough CDs, which will never happen, because y'all guys will never buy my music. Anyway, I'm just sorry. But I'm not sorry. They would say, oh man, like you selling a lot of units. You moved a lot of units this year. Why don't you come and sign with us? That's another reason why use selling music, because people don't want to see me get big. They think, oh, if Raj get big, then he's gonna. I'm just mixing stuff in there because I know that's how some people think. That's why they don't support me, because it's like easy to support music that sounds like garbage as opposed to support me when I'm doing adult music. Well, it's the same thing if you ask me when it comes to this juice, because some mature people won't even buy anything. You got everything on iTunes? Thank you very much, FJ. I appreciate it, my brother. Ardent supporter, just like UAT. Very ardent supporters, man. I really appreciate you. Think I might be saying, well, look, Kilian has a lot of good juice, as we know this. I mean, I have about maybe 12 pieces from Kilian. And I mean, it depends on your money. I mean, if you got money like that, like I said, like my man Christian getting a Venice at the age of a teenager, if you got money like that, then there's probably many of people that's buying higher level Kilians. So for someone to say, well, this is part of their line, because I didn't see Kilian mention that. I gotta look to your website and check it out. I didn't see Kilian saying we're making this for teenagers or people who can't afford the higher line or whatever. They're making this because they're just going another way. I mean, look at all the baby juices that RaJuR starting to come out with now. All this candy sweet and candy and all that stuff. Let's look at what Cloud Christian's doing now. Coming out with all these different lines, tall blue bottles now. Everybody coming out with an intermediate line, I guess, or some kind of line that's going to appeal to other people to give them to buy the juice. I say all this to say that I have no problem, first of all, with Estee Lauder and any marketing ability. In fact, if Estee Lauder want to sign me to a freaking record deal to make music for all their juices, I'll do it. In fact, I should put myself out there to be the guy who make tracks for these juices. Being that I'm a collector, I just thought about that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna start going to all these fragrance makers and the houses and say, look, if you need music, let me make the music for you. Let me make the theme music for you. Because I got the collection to show you that I can make that music. I would know what I'm talking about. So that's a good idea. See, things pop up in conversation with myself and even with your guys around. So we got that. Saying that this line is a part of trying to get younger people to get into this line is utterly nonsense to me. Because I'm the one who has 11 to 12 Kilians of the higher line. So as the question was asked earlier, does this line sounds, does this line smell, does this line have the equity of the higher line? By looking at the price of a 135 for 100 mil, oh man, this can't be the same quality as the other juice, because if it would definitely be more than that. Shoot, the other juice, 50 mil is $200, but actually 50 mil is $200 in a refill bottle, okay? So 50 mil is $200. So how you gonna sell 100 mil for $130? It has to be weak, Raj, isn't it? No. And let me tell you why. Because I've sprayed them all. I've worn them all. I've worn them here to the gig. I've worn them around. I tested them extensively, and not as extensively as I tested adults, because I sprayed that out. That's a wrap. That's gone. That's bars. 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 That's gone. Psych. Yeah, that's gone. Adults is gone. Once I made up my mind about adults, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. I mean, whatever, man. So anyway, yes, I myself equated with the higher line fragrances, not because it's cheap, because I didn't have to buy it. I mean, I could have just went and bought another 50 mil 50 mil sample pack again, and just been happy with two 50 mil sample packs for $100. And I implore you to take advantage of that while you still can get, what, 30 mil for $50? Even though there's 4 different ones, that's crazy, that's unheard of. 7.5 mil, 4, that's 30 mil for $50. I implore you to at least get 1 sample pack, and if you like 1 sample pack, then go right back and buy 2 more. That'll put you at 150, all right? And 7.5 times, that's 22.5 mil, because I thought about it. I thought about doing that, but I just didn't like the other ones that much. I want to invest that kind of money. So you got 22.5 mil, right? 22.5 mil of 4 fragrances for $150 for tax. Man, you can't beat that. So I would go for it. I would definitely check out the sample pack and let you guys check that out. And then I will also, after I check out that sample pack, I would really consider buying the one that you like the most. And don't even worry about what people say. Oh, you bought that because it was cheaper. Really? Well, at $130, which is what I paid for my 100 mil, that hopefully will be here today by the time I get off work. For 100 mil, and for something I really dig, I know people spending more than that for garbage. And I ain't gonna say, I'm sorry, I don't mean garbage, because I want to make sure I'm able to make songs for everybody. But I know people who bought fragrances for $1.30 and they weren't even up to par, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna sit here, I'm not gonna stand here, can't be doing that hood thing. I'm not gonna stand here and say it's not worth to go. I'll say definitely, it is definitely worth to go. I would do it, I would definitely do it. And like I said, 50 mil, all right, to get 30 mil of juice for $50, and it has Kilian name on there, though again, it's really ran by Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder doing what they could to market juice. I mean, they got most of you cats messing around buying freaking Lavender Extreme, effing Fabulous, or Cherry Bomb or whatever it is, Lost Cherry, and y'all guys spending how much for a freaking 50 mil? $330 for a 50 mil? You done lost your mind. And I'm talking about retail, of course. I'm not talking about people getting samples, because people, oh, I got a sample, Raj. Oh, I got a decant. I'm not talking about that. We're going, Wendy. I'm talking about people who actually spent $330 for a 50 mil retail, or char, however you did it. And then people bought that. There was nowhere in the world I would buy Lost Cherry or any of those. I mean, they're good. I like the effing Fantabulous spray. I like the spray. I got the spray, and that's banging. So I would not do that. I don't waste money, man. I don't waste money just to say I have things. Too many people in the fragrance community will call themselves either fragrance collectors or just buy fragrances. Waste too much money on stuff just to say you have it. Because, oh, I got it. I got that. Knowing that when you go back and visit maybe 2, 3, 4 more times, you might just say, you know what, man, I can't believe I spent $330 on a 50 mil or $480 or whatever for a 100 mil or some Tom Ford. But Estee Lauder is behind that. She got y'all doing that. Changing colors of bottles, put Lavender Extreme back out in the silver bottle. And Lavender Extreme is good. But I would never pay $330 for a 50 mil. I would buy Stephen Humbert 777 juice and give him a play before I would buy a Tom Ford juice under Estee Lauder for that kind of money. That's just a waste of money. But again, too many of us are out there talking about retail, buying juice just to say you have it, so you have a bragging point, so you have some kind of standing in the fragrance community. But all it does for me is to really just look at you like you pretty much done lost your mind. And like, it lets me know that you're a novice, that I will automatically go and buy 3 more quality juices at that price and be very happy. So let me tell you something right now. I just bought 100 mil of Adults by Kilian for $135 from Saks, and hopefully it'll be here today, and I ain't gonna feel embarrassed at all. In fact, I'm gonna feel like I just ripped off Kilian for the first time in my life, along with Estee, because especially buying that sample pack with the freaking 4 7.5 30 mil for $50, I hit them in the shorts 2 times. You better start using your head when you're buying these fragrances. Whoever look at this video, and not buy stuff because people got it. Buy it because you like it. I have a friend of mine, she wasn't even into niche fragrances, and she went and bought Kismet by LoVe for Perfumology. Now the only place you're gonna get LoVe juice is probably Perfumology, unless you're going to New York. And she came, she smelled Kismet, she said, I really like this, I really like that. She's been buying that same bottle of Kismet ever since. She's found something that she liked. She paying $160 every time she run out. She coming back to Perfumology and paying $160 and buying that Kismet. That's a whole different story, that you got a signature scent that you like and you with it. But when you out here putting juices together, you trying to put a little cage together, trying to get your thing together so you can either say, look, I'm versatile, I don't want to smell like anybody on any particular day on the Mars, on the moon, the universe, then that's different. But if you got you a signature scent, bow, would you say, Raj, is this a signature scent then? No, it's not my signature, because I don't believe in signature scents. I wouldn't have as many bottles as I have. I was talking about signature scents. What I do have is common sense. Talk to y'all later.